YouTube. Hola, mi nombre es Oso Independiente. Actually, my name is Bear of BearIndependent.com, which I've had a lot of questions. Bear, what are you gonna do if the YouTubes kicks you off of their platform for real, for real? Man, I don't know. I have a Patreon page. I'm not shy about it. I'm also probably going to maybe, there you go, figure that one out. Probably, maybe, going to find a different platform to upload to and then possibly post videos to BearIndependent.com. So if you're not on the mailing list there, you should go there. Because if YouTube decides to pull the plug on us, hey, at least you'll know where to find out about us. So there's a thing. Anyway, yeah, there's all that stuff. I get a question consistently based upon a video that I did back in the day, and I've gotten it a few more times recently, so I want to go ahead and address it again. A buddy bag. What's a buddy bag? Not to be confused with a body bag. A body bag is the type of thing that you get put in if all you do is talk trash and you don't train, or all you do is eat sugar-laced non-food food and don't train, or whatever, right? If your kid pushes my kid on the playground, hashtag body bag. Now, a buddy bag for your buddy, you know, your friend, your dear acquaintance. A buddy bag is exactly that. Buddy bag, buddy kit, whatever. It's redundancy. Most preppers buy stuff, right? And when you first get into prepping, you don't know what stuff to buy, and so you buy all kinds of stuff. Some of it's okay, some of it's good, some of it's not so good. And so you end up with a collection of stuff that as your personal gear evolves, you just get boxes of stuff. That's the knife that I used to use, but I don't use that knife anymore because I got this knife and blah, 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 blah. And then I used to have this pouch and I liked this pouch, but I don't like this pouch anymore because yada, yada, yada. And you end up with all this stuff. Well, what am I gonna do with it? There's three things you can do with it. One of the things you can do with it is sell it, yes, at a discount. Listen, nobody cares how much you paid for your Maxpedition backpack in 2006. 20 bucks, bro, $20 bill. You want it or not, all right? The end. Sell it and put that money towards more preps, new preps, better preps. Trade it for something else, or hang on to it. Redundancy or buddy kit. And so what's a buddy kit? Take all of the stuff or some of the stuff that you have and put it together in kits for your buddies. It's real simple, man. Like, make a spare bug out bag. Why do you need a spare bug out bag? I'll give you an example. When I was working down in Texas and we were driving in and out of Dallas every day, it occurred to me, see, I had a plan. If the world ends while I'm in Dallas, doesn't matter what all the rest of y'all people think, I'm going home. The end. I love my wife, I love my kids, I love my tribe. I'm out. Later, homeboys, I'm going home. And I took the capability with me to make that a real possibility, not a fantasy. And I have many videos about my long-range bug-out kits and how I set up a recce rifle and, you know, what's in my bags and so forth and so on from those days for putting together a long-range kit, an LRK. How do I get, in this case, it was like over 200 miles. How do I get over 200 miles in a short enough period of time that I'm limiting the window of exposure for the people I love on this end who are having to operate without me, right? And so I had that kit put together, and then it dawned on me one day, I've got me and that kit and like 3 or 4 other guys in the truck as well. And I kind of like these guys, you know, and we'll just say, you know, Bob from the shop is working with me. I like Bob. I know Bob's got kids. Wouldn't it be nice if Bob was able to get home too? And yeah, it would be. And so then you get into a personal responsibility argument. Well, isn't it Bob's responsibility to have his own get home bag? Yes, it is. It is. Unless I just happen to have a whole bunch of spare gear and I can put one together for $0.00 and throw it in the truck. Why would I do that? Now I'm moving Bob out of the liability column and into the asset column. Now I have the carrying capacity to take more of the useful things out of the vehicle that I'm in and bring them with us. For example, as an SOP on a work vehicle, I always have a first aid kit, and a good one. I always have commo, and I always have water. These are all great things to have with you when the world's ending, right? So, like my buddy kits, if I have, say, a 30-liter bag, I'm putting 10 liters of stuff in it and leaving 20 of it empty so that we can help scavenge the vehicle that we're in. We have more carrying capacity. But now I can take Bob with me, because let's be honest, Bob's probably going to end up coming with me for part of the journey anyway. Now Bob's got some capability as well, and I've got redundancy of key things that we could need: food, water, fire, shelter, commo, medical, calories, blah, 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 right? I even went as far as to occasionally stock additional firepower in the vehicle, knowing that I would have additional people with me, because more bodies, more weapons makes it easier, as long as y'all are trained, to establish firepower superiority in the event that you need to. So a buddy kit, I would run a buddy kit in my trucks just because I thought, you know, it would be nice if we all made it out of this. And I have the capability because I have all this extra stuff. So you can take your extra stuff and fold it into a kit for somebody else. And it doesn't have to be extravagant. I just got from a brother, I was gonna say from a friend, but he's more than that. I just got from a brother 5 US military rucksacks. 5 of them. And they're in good to very good shape. 5. They're like 60-liter bags. Got 5 of them. Cool. Do I need 5 more rucks? Hell no. I've got plenty of rucks. But you know what? Somebody will need them. I'll find somebody that needs them. At the very least, when we do a meetup sometime, I'll bring them and I'll put 50 pounds worth of rice and beans in each one of them. We can go on, go do some ruck PT. Right? So I just got 5 more bags. What do I need 5 more bags for? I don't need them, but I have them. And I can pair them with this knife that I bought this one time because of blah, and this water bottle that I got because of blarg, and put together a kit that's sufficient to sustain life for somebody I love should they need it. Thus the concept of a buddy bag. And so a great way to utilize these additional preps that you have laying around is to put together systems for other people that you love. And that could be, especially if you're in the situation where you have people that you care about that aren't that into preparedness, okay, make a bag for them. Should they take personal responsibility? Yes, absolutely. But if they're not, and if you have the bandwidth to absorb some of that responsibility through your own actions and money that you've already spent, buddy bag. And so I just wanted to touch on that again for you guys, because I've been getting the question again, which is cool. And I know a lot of you guys have more equipment than you need. And so, and the other thing, this will be the bow we tie on this conversation. The other thing is, if you have a buddy bag for you and Bob, good. Now take Bob camping for the weekend with the gear, and maybe you could get him interested. Well, I don't have any of that stuff. Man, I got a kit built ready to go. That's one less excuse that Bob can make. So I'm just throwing that out there. The buddy bag, something to consider. And the questions are always, well, what should I put in it? 5 C's of survival, man. Cordage, cutting tool, combustion container, and cover. Right, and beyond that, maybe casualty care, maybe calories, maybe commo, maybe candle power, like a flashlight, and maybe combat. Maybe. That's up to you. If you have spare of all that stuff, then yeah, absolutely consider it. But if you don't, the basic 5 C's of survival: cutting tool, cover, cordage container, and combustion, right? There you go. That's the concept behind a buddy bag, and it gives you a way to utilize this spare stuff that I know all of us have in the garage, in the barn, on the shelf in the closet, in the blah, 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 that your wife is like, I don't understand why we need 14 knives. Because you don't understand knives. I mean, I love you, honey. Shalom.